Hi. So today I wanted to talk about the importance of your internal dialogue. Um, so what I've noticed most in my recent kind of transition is that um, I give an example. I used to find it really hard when I made a mistake. I would always get angry with myself and berate myself. And my internal dialogue was that I would berate myself for making a mistake. Because somewhere in my head I got the idea that I needed to be a person that never made mistakes, or if I did make mistakes, there were something wrong. And when that really came home to me was watching that my son had learned the same thing. So when he would make a mistake, you could see he'd get furious with himself, and he wouldn't say anything, but he'd become very sullen and withdrawn, and you could almost read his internal dialogue. Well, I could read his internal dialogue, and it was him beating himself up. And so, the part of the reason that I knew I needed to change my internal dialogue is because I didn't. I needed to change his internal dialogue. Um, uh, I wouldn't say I'm perfect at it, but I am 90% better than what I was. When I make mistakes, I'm able to laugh them off more now, you know, and it's actually therapeutic. Instead of going in and getting all tight and twisted on the inside and making myself feel down and bad about myself, I laugh it off, and it's a joke. And the change within you is amazing because you become a lighter person and a better person to be around, right? Both for yourself, you happier to be around a person like yourself. And if you're happier to be around a person like yourself, everybody else is happier to be around a person like you. Um, and this is the lesson that I now have to go and teach my son. I am in the process of teaching my son. I have to help him unlearn the thing that he recently learned from me, because he's only 6. But I think the damage that a negative internal dialogue can do is huge. It affects your mental health, your emotional health, and both of those together will impact your physical health. It affects your outlook on life, your outlook on yourself. It affects your self-esteem. It affects your self-confidence. It has a massive impact on viewing yourself positively. And if you don't view yourself positively, you can't possibly view the world positively, because it all centers around your place in it. And then it starts to cloud your view of what life is and what life can be. And I think for children, and especially for parents, like, that is the last thing you want for your children, to have a negative outlook on life, all based on a very hard internal dialogue. So I think really, anyone, regardless of whether you're a parent or not, should be working on softening your internal dialogue, not giving yourself such a hard time, being kinder to yourself and loving yourself, because you're important and you're worth it, and nobody should have to feel that way. And the really crazy thing is that nobody else makes you feel that way. You make yourself feel that way. Admittedly, at some point, someone did make you feel that way, and taught you that that was an expression. But I'd argue that it's not a healthy expression. It's not a healthy expression for you. It's not a healthy expression for those around you. So be kinder to yourself, because you're worth it. Thanks for listening. Let me know your thoughts.